So we were warned. We were warned highly. We were warned heavily. In the words of George Carlin himself, we do not have freedom of choice. We have owners. They own us. They own everything that we have. They own all the media. They own all the news. They own all the companies that produce what we need to live. And by the way, they also own the politicians. They own the politicians. They own the judges. They own the courts, and they own the legal system. Everything is owned by wealthy businessmen that have their own self-interest at heart. George Carlin was trying to warn us about this 15 years ago. Now, look at what's happening. Look at what's happening. The stock market is down all across the board because we didn't listen when he said and when others said this is a bad idea. We don't elect businessmen as politicians. Heck, we don't even trust politicians. You know why? Because they do crap like this. So, over the last 5 days, I just want to look at the top American stock markets and see what's been happening in the last 5 days. So, let's go ahead and go over to this screen and I will show you. So, in the last 5 days, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, Dow Jones Global, has fallen 231.07 points, or 5.5%. The NASDAQ has fallen 5.82% in the last 5 days. The GDow real-time USD has fallen 8.5%. And then the S&P has fallen 5.97%. And if you want to go even further with this, I will show you the S&P 500 map. Because it's a doozy. It's a doozy. Let's see. 1 week performance for the S&P 500 map. We have Microsoft down 5%, NVIDIA down 14%, AMD down 16.91%. Texas Instruments, the calculator company, down 14%. Analog Devices, 18%. And that's just tech stuff. Google, 5.33%. Meta, 12%. I don't know any of these groups. Netflix is down 8%. Disney down almost 15%. Fox Corp. You're almost to 10%. Yay, good job. The interesting thing, the only companies that are seeming to get any headway, in fact, the biggest company getting headway right now, almost 8% up, is Dollar General. I wonder why. Maybe because now, since we've all got our savings pretty much getting drained by the global economy tanking, we need to go and find cheaper goods elsewhere. And so Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar are going to all get more and more of our business because they're the only stores we'll be able to afford anything from. Anyway, so in the words of George Carlin, which I will actually let play right here. In the words of George Carlin, we have owners. We don't have people that want our best interests at heart. We have owners, and we do not get to choose. We don't have freedom of choice. We have an illusion of choice. If we voted for Kamala back in November, or we voted for Trump in November, either way, the country wouldn't have been too much better either way. But at least if we'd have voted in Kamala Harris, we wouldn't have had a deranged psychopath in office that would have thought that tariffing every nation on the planet is a good idea. Let me be perfectly clear. We elected an insane man that should have been consigned to either a sanatorium or a nursing home years ago, to the highest office in our nation. And now he's acting like a king, claiming his hoard. Well, no, not a king, a dragon. A dragon claiming his hoard of gold that he will lay upon and lounge on and be happy with because he knows he can defend it. Because make no mistake, if he is not kept in check, which he has not been so far, and I have very little hope that he will be in the future, there will be a financial bloodbath. This is only the beginning. 1930 will look like a cakewalk compared to 2025 and beyond if we don't get this in check soon. Because I'll tell you what, he may roll back some of the tariffs if other nations capitulate and cave. But even if they do, guess what? The damage has already been done. A lot of the nations will have already had their relationship with us soured to the point to where even if he removes the tariffs, they're not coming back. They're not going to bring their jobs here. They're not going to bring their people here. They're not going to bring their products here. Why? Because we have proven ourselves to be an unreliable mistress who, at the drop of a hat, at the slightest provocation, will whip out every single weapon of warfare against them in the financial sphere in order to make them feel like they were in the wrong. We are an abusive spouse to the world, and we have continually screwed other nations. And now we're reaping the rewards of our disobedience and our mistreatment. Make no mistake, we are not fully complicit as a nation. We're definitely not fully complicit as individuals. I did not choose this. You did not choose this. You did not personally go up to the president and say, hey, you know what would be a great idea? Put 60% tariffs on China or whatever. You're not the one that gave him that idea. I'm sure some other think tank did. I'm sure that Project 2025 did. But you know what? We are complicit in that we allowed this man to take office. We allowed this man to escape justice when he basically threatened democracy back in 2021 by allowing and even encouraging his followers to attack the Capitol building. And then when he came into office this time, allowing him to pardon every single one of them and not giving any kind of pushback on the issue because we are a weak nation. We, as the people, are a weak nation right now. We have become sheep with a bad shepherd. As a Christian, and I will get a lot of flack for this. As a Christian, I am not a conservative. I am a kingdom-minded man. I do not care about kings in this world. I care about serving my King of Kings in heaven. And so, I do not care who you voted for. I care about what you stand for. And if what you stand for right now is a man or men or people in general who will use their power to further their own interests rather than serving the people, I have to say, I am sad for you. And I am seriously concerned for you. There are things coming that are going to be difficult for us to get through if we are not together in this. I will be making another video shortly talking about what we can do individually and as communities to weather this storm that's coming, because it is coming. And it is going to be difficult. And it is going to be hard. But we will make it through. And God willing, we will get him out in 4 years. God willing. See you in the next video soon.